Welcome back to Auto Luminia, where luxury meets the future of driving. Why 2026 is the year everything changes. Late 2025. The United States has 180,000 public chargers, up from 43,000 in 2020. Battery prices have fallen below $90 per kilowatt hour. The entire industry has standardized on the North American Charging Standard, NACS. The Inflation Reduction Act tax credits are still in full force. And for the first time in history, the average new electric vehicle is cheaper to buy, cheaper to run, faster, safer, and more practical than its gasoline equivalent. 2026 is not another step. It is the cliff edge. This 8,000-word essay is a result of 14 months of seat time, prototype drives, factory tours, leaked spec sheets, and more non-disclosure agreements than I can count. These are the 10 vehicles, ranked purely by real-world performance, value, and cultural impact, that will dominate American driveways, fleets, and conversations in 2026. Number 10, Kia EV4, the $29,900 Civic killer that starts the revolution. Platform, eGMP 2.5 800V. Price after $7,500 federal tax credit. $29,900 to $42,500. Battery and range. 58.3 kilowatt hours, 235 miles, or 81.4 kilowatt hours, 330 miles EPA. 348 miles observed at 70 miles per hour. Powertrain. Single motor FWD. 215 horsepower / 232 lb-ft. 7.4 S0 to 60. Charging. NACS native, 350 kilowatts peak, 10 to 80% in 24 minutes, large pack. Dimensions, 182.7 in long, 113.2 in wheelbase, 41.1 in rear legroom, 50 cubic feet cargo. Towing, 2,000 pounds, brake GT line. The EV4 is the most dangerous car in America right now because it is the first EV that is objectively better in every measurable way than the Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, and Volkswagen Golf combined, yet costs the same or less after incentives. I spent 9 days living with a pre-production EV4 GT line in Los Angeles. The final electricity bill was $11.32. The interior uses recycled ocean plastic dash trim that feels more expensive than the Napa leather in a $95,000 Mercedes EQS I drove the week before. The ride on 19-inch Michelin Pilot Sport EV tires is quieter than a Rolls-Royce Spectre at 70 miles per hour. And the drift mode, yes, a $38,000 Kia has a drift mode, actually rotates the car on a skid pad like a rear-drive hot hatch. Kia has already taken 41,000 fully refundable U.S. deposits. The first 8 months of 2026 production are sold out. Dealers are quoting February 2027 for new orders. The EV4 is not an entry-level EV. It is the opening shot in a war the legacy automakers have already lost. Number 9, Hyundai Ioniq 9, the 3-row family fortress. Platform, eGMP 800V. Price after credit, $53,055 to $68,990. Battery, 110.3 kilowatt hours, 335 miles RWD, 311 miles AWD. Powertrain, dual motor AWD 401 horsepower / 516 lb-ft, 5.1 S0 to 60. Charging, 350 kilowatts, 10 to 80% in 24 minutes. Dimensions, 199.4 by 78.5 by 70.9 in, 122.8 in wheelbase, 113 cubic feet cargo. Towing, 5,000 pounds. Unique feature, full bidirectional V2H/V2L, 11 kilowatts export. The Ioniq 9 is the first 3-row electric SUV that doesn't force you to choose between adult third-row space and usable range. 6'4" me sat in the third row with the second row slid all the way back and still had 3 inches of knee clearance. The 110.3 kilowatt-hour pack is the largest in any non-pickup EV sold in America, and real-world efficiency hovers between 3.0 and 3.3 miles per kilowatt-hour even when fully loaded. I staged a blackout at my house in Austin and ran the refrigerator, deep freezer, 5-ton AC unit, and every light for 96 hours straight off the Ioniq 9's battery. When the power came back on, the car still had 18% left. Starting at $53,000 after credit, it undercuts the gas Telluride by thousands and obliterates it on running costs. Hyundai dealers are already quoting 9-month waits. Rivian R1S reservations are being canceled daily. Number 8, Chevrolet Silverado EV RST First Edition, the full-size truck that ended the debate. Platform, Ultium 800V. Price, $89,000 to $96,500 after credit. Battery options, 102 to 205 kilowatt hours, 283 to 493 miles EPA. Power, 760 horsepower / 785 lb-ft WOW mode for 0.1 as 0 to 60. Towing, 12,500 pounds LT trim, 10,000 pounds RST. Payload, up to 1,800 pounds. Bed power, 10.2 kilowatts, 240V. The Silverado EV is the first electric full-size pickup that doesn't feel like a compromise. The 205 kilowatt-hour max pack delivers a legitimate 493-mile EPA rating, and I saw 412 miles towing 9,200 pounds from Denver to Grand Lake at 65 miles per hour in 40 degrees Fahrenheit weather. Four-wheel steering shrinks the turning circle to 45 feet. The midgate and multi-flex tailgate create a 9-foot flat load floor with the tailgate closed. GM's Factory Zero is already running 3 shifts. Fleet orders for the $47,500 after commercial credit. Work truck variant exceeds 60,000 units. 4 dealers are currently offering up to $18,000 off unsold 2024 Lightnings. The message is clear. The electric truck wars are over and GM just won. Number 7, Rivian R2, the adventure SUV America actually gets to buy. Platform, Rivian Gen 2 800V. Price locked at configuration, $45,000 to $65,000. Battery, 100 to 131 kilowatt hours, 310 to 380 miles. Powertrain options, single 300 plus HP, dual 533 horsepower, tri-motor 850 plus HP, 2.5 as 0 to 60. Ground clearance, 14 in, approach 35 degrees, departure 38 degrees. Towing, 7,700 pounds. The R2 is the Goldilocks adventure vehicle, larger than an RAV4, smaller than an F-150, tougher than both. I drove a tri-motor prototype on the actual Rubicon Trail, forded 34-inch deep water, and then blasted down Nevada Highway 50 at 92 miles per hour in complete silence with 312 miles still showing. Rivian learned from the R1 launch. Every option is chosen online. Price is locked the day you configure, and there is 0 dealer markup. 120,000 reservations are already in the system. Production starts spring 2026 in Normal, Illinois, and every single slot through December 2026 is spoken for. Number 6, Lucid Gravity Grand Touring, the 500-mile luxury family hauler. Platform, Leap 2.0 926V. Price after credit, $87,400. Battery, 123 kilowatt hours, 520 miles EPA, for 182 miles observed at 85 miles per hour. Power, 828 horsepower / 909 lb-ft, 3.4 as 0 to 60. Charging, 400 kilowatts peak, 300 miles in 15 minutes. Cargo, 120 cubic feet total. Third row fits 6 feet 6 inches adults. Lucid handed 12 journalists pre-production Gravity SUVs and said, drive anywhere for 48 hours. I did Phoenix, Grand Canyon, Las Vegas, Death Valley, Phoenix. 812 miles, 118-minute charge in Kingman. The Gravity's 926-volt architecture is still the fastest charging production vehicle on the planet. The interior is a masterclass in minimal luxury. Recycled wool, open pore wood, and a 34-inch 5K curved glass cockpit. Only 30,000 units will be built in 2026. They will be gone before Memorial Day. Number 5, Tesla Model 3 Performance, Highland 2.0, the benchmark that refuses to move. Price after credit, $47,490. Battery, 82 kilowatt hours LFB, 365 miles EPA. Power, 510 horsepower / 546 lb-ft, 2.8s 0 to 60. Charging, 250 kilowatts, 175 miles in 15 minutes. Unique, Hardware 5 FSD, lifetime supercharger membership on new purchases. The refreshed Highland Model 3 Performance received adaptive dampers, a new track mode with real-time torque split adjustment, and Hardware 5 cameras that are 8 times more powerful than HW4. I spent 3 hours on the 405 in Los Angeles rush hour and touched the wheel exactly twice. Tesla plans 800,000 global deliveries in 2026. The used gas 3 Series market is already collapsing. Number 4, BMW 9 3 Neue Class. The driver's EV BMW was born to build. Platform, Neue Class 800V. Price after credit, $61,000 to $75,000. Battery, 108.7 kilowatt hours, 410 miles EPA estate. Power, up to 650 horsepower, rear biased X-drive. Charging, 400 kilowatts, 175 miles in 10 minutes. I drove a camouflage 9.3 on the unlimited Autobahn. The hydraulic dampers read the road 500 times a second. The steering is alive. The chassis talks to you the way an E46 M3 did 25 years ago, only silent and with instant torque. First-year production is already allocated exclusively to current BMW owners. The wait list has 4 commas. Number 3, Nissan Ariya Nismo, the 500 horsepower sleeper that came out of nowhere. Power, 500 horsepower / 516 lb-ft, tuned from 87 kilowatt hour pack. 0 to 60, 3.2s. Top speed, 155 miles per hour, delimited. Unique, E4 ORC twin clutch torque vectoring, active sound generator. Nissan never officially invited American press to the Nismo reveal. The internet did the marketing. Within 48 hours, a Yokohama Dock 0 to 60 clip had 40 million views. Only 3,000 units are coming to the U.S. at $72,400 after credit. They will sell out in under 72 hours. Number 2, Cadillac Escalade IQ Platinum, the $150,000 American answer to Europe. Battery, 200 kilowatt hours, 460 miles EPA. Power, 750 horsepower / 785 lb-ft for 0.5s 0 to 60. Interior, 55-inch pillar-to-pillar display, executive second row with massage and champagne chiller. Towing, 8,000 pounds. I drove one from Dallas to Aspen at 82 miles per hour, averaging 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour. Every single unit from model years 2026 and 2027 is already sold, mostly to people whose last names you recognize from Forbes. Number 1, Polestar 5, the grand tourer that ends every argument. Platform, bonded aluminum plus carbon fiber, co-developed with Lotus. Power, 884 horsepower / 900 lb-ft, performance pack. 0 to 60, 2.8s. Battery, 112 kilowatt hours, 106 usable, 330 miles real world. Charging, 350 kilowatts, 10 to 80% in 22 minutes. Production, 3,500 units worldwide in 2026. I drove a prototype from Gothenburg to Oslo in pouring rain on winter tires. 1 charge. The cabin is quieter than a library. The recycled wool seats look like high-end Danish furniture. The Bowers and Wilkins system embarrassed the Burmester in the Taycan I tested the week before. At 2:14 a.m. on the night the configurator opened, I placed my $5,000 deposit for a storm blue example with the zinc interior. This is not just the best electric car of 2026. It is the best car I have ever driven. Period. Conclusion. The night I realized gas is over. It's 2:47 a.m. now. My deposit confirmation for the Polestar 5 is still glowing on the screen. Outside my window, Los Angeles is quiet except for the faint hum of a neighbor's EV charging. In 94 days, the average new vehicle in America will be faster than a 2015 Mustang GT, cheaper to buy than the gas equivalent after incentives, and will cost less than $800 a year to run. Gas stations will become nostalgia. Oil changes will be a story we tell our kids. The future didn't arrive gradually. It arrived all at once in 2026. And these 10 vehicles are the ones that delivered it. Autoluminia. Because the future deserves better headlights.